I return to you now as our evening ends. Hopefully at this point, we can call ourselves friends. And as such, to me, there's more time to extend for one final piece, my own personal amends. I'd like to create a story I'll rattle off in stream, using the same style, this continuing rhyming scheme I've used from the start. It continues the theme. With any luck, I'll wrap up before I run out of steam. So let's start with a name. We'll call our man Jack. And we'll say he was born about 2 decades back. And from the onset, it seemed life would only attack from every angle this boy, this child from the black. So Jack's got a mother and a father, just like you, except his dad's a drunk and beats his mom too. And she floats through their house with nothing to do but grovel and whimper, waiting for a slap or a screw. Now, let's say Jack's around 5, playing in front of the TV, and his dad is sitting with a bottle of gin on his knee, and he looks down at all of Jack's playful debris, then stands up and slaps him for breaking a tacit decree. Now put Jack at 8, carrying the top of the stairs, looking down at his father's fists raining in pairs, and his mother looks up through the bruises and stares, meeting his eyes cold and distant, without cares. When he makes 11, he's big enough to try and get between his parents when the blows start to fly, but he catches the brunt in the leg, a snap of the thigh. The doctors at the hospital don't even bother to ask why. Even in school, all he can feel is the empire cold that grows within him each time he is told that he's an idiot or an asshole whose future's foretold of poverty and grime, dual agonies to unfold. So inside Jack's house, he's the sole punching bag, and outside, the other kids are his way to drag himself out of the sadness. His fists are a flag that paint misery on faces, a ruffian's new tag. Because his neighborhood's poor, the streets in decay, and the dirt and the muck is where the kids play. And the only means of safety is to build one's cachet, and that means biting and fighting the lie to portray. Nobody stops and sees how Jack fares as he nears adulthood with each yawning passing of the years, and nobody sees him as anything but what he appears. They never hear or ask about his long, silent tears. Jack turns 18 without a speck of any hope for a life that will be different than the one with his folks. Without a diploma, a degree, there's only a slope that he slides down when he starts selling dope. It's the only way Jack can make any cash. There amongst the ruins, the detritus, the ash, is by buying and selling and building his stash, dreaming of the day he'll be gone in a flash. Now, let's say Jack, who's never known love, meets a girl who to him is as pure as a dove. And so henceforth, she's all he speaks of. He melts into her like a hand in a glove. For the first time, Jack thinks himself reason to smile, to have found something so precious amidst all the vile, ugly and seedy raptures that makes life worthwhile. Poor Jack can't know it will only last for a while, because Jack, you see, has never been taught by example or by words, even though someone ought to have shown him how to love. He finds himself caught in a situation powerless, and everything seems for naught. Violence is the only language Jack knows. Whatever starts with words soon ends with blows. And though he tries to hide it, it's soon exposed when his girlfriend gets too close to his toes. Jack's girlfriend leaves him, and rightly she should. Jack's really no different than any other hood. And if I were you, I figure you damn sure would. Leave when you're hurt and search for something good. Jack feels his world spinning like a high-powered top, turning to mush his feelings, leaving them as slop. Shattered and broken after such a long drop, to have his first good feeling so suddenly stop. when he hears that she's seeing some new guy that it's done. He goes to his closet, he gets his new gun, and he walks into a bar, finds the unlucky one, pulls the trigger, the sirens, knowing he hasn't won. So, you see Jack's face on the 6 o'clock news, and you sigh to yourself, how dare he abuse such a person, an angel, a light-weary muse. But think, just think, Jack could do nothing but lose. Some things we're born with, and others we're not. They come from our nurture. You get what you got. And there are a lot of sad souls who had only the rot, their life's but a noose. Each day tightens the knot. That's the story. The end of my lore. But it begs a question with a singular roar that I pose to you to close our rapport. Can you know the now if you don't know the before?